Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I just want to say hello to all of you beautiful souls out there. And I hope you're able to get outside somewhere. And I just came back from taking a walk at Washington Park, which and that's in the New York State area, in the Albany area, of course. On that is the Washington Park, Albany, New York. So soon they will be having a tulip festival there. So later on, I will go out and do another video out there when the tulips are up and out. So they are so beautiful. And I will be making other videos like a rose garden out in my area in the Schenectady, New York area, which is beautiful. I've made lots of pictures out there, did a lot of pictures with the roses and myself, you know, of course. So it is beautiful out there. So anyway, I just hope that you are able to get out, and don't forget, be kind to yourself and others. It's so important, you know, when you are doing that, you know, you feel so much better. And life is not easy, so I understand that some days you might be having a good day, and you know, you never know what's gonna hit you next, you know, so you always gotta kind of, you don't want to be in a fear mode though, you know, like, but you do want to really be aware of your surroundings and stuff like that, and the people that you surround yourself with, you know. So it is really important to really get to know the people that, you know, you call friends. But anyway, that's not what this topic is about. And before I get started, if you're new to my YouTube channel, thank you for stopping by and visiting. I hope this is quite a strange topic to talk about, but I actually was doing a video earlier, and this topic came up, and I said, you know what, I want to do that video now. So I'm going to do this new video, and you already know the title. You know, I don't have it written yet, but I know what it's going to say. So anyway, if you are new, I just want to let you know, you can like this video anytime that you want, before, in the middle, or, you know, like after. And you could share this video. You don't have to ask me permission. I will let you willingly. And to subscribe to my YouTube channel is absolutely free. You know, I know some people probably get tired of me saying that, but when I first started watching YouTube, I thought to subscribe meant that I had to pay money. So I really believe it's really important, especially if you're new to YouTube. So anyway, I won't charge you a penny for that. And if you want to contact me with me, either you could leave a message down below, and before I say any more, I want to reach out. I actually have you know, a few people now that have been reaching out to me on YouTube. So I thank all of you. You know, somebody sent me a message either yesterday or today, I'm not sure when, and it was such a beautiful message, and it means a lot to me to receive, you know, comments, you know, and I will reply back, you know, to let you know, say something to you. You know, I never know how long I might take on some of the messages, so whatever comes to mind, you know, like, so I'm sorry if my messages might be a little long when I get back in touch with you. And anyway, also, if you want to contact with me on Instagram is the best place, and that's at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, which is kind of tough to get to me on that site, you know, like, is at Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So anyway, now that I've taken care of you guys and all of you, you know, I let you know about me, especially if you're new. You know, some of you might be watching every single video, and I really do. I appreciate all of you that take the time out. I know I need to shorten my videos. It is tough, you know, I don't want to break them down, you know, so this video might be pretty long. I might have to do 2 parts because yeah, it might, I'm not sure. I never know until I start doing these videos, you know. So anyway, hey, 333, I just got the 333 today. So anyway, now this title, well, this video is about people that might go through some hard times in their life like I definitely know what a hard time is like. And it started my whole, like before I was born, like stuff happened right away, and anyway, throughout your life, you might go through something like I've done, like so many different times in my life, about being homeless. My first time being homeless is pretty sad, was at the age of 16. Actually, I didn't quite turn 16 at that point. And you wouldn't believe all the crazy, wild stuff that happened after I did. It was accidental that I left my parents' place. I was planning on it anyway. It wasn't my plan that particular night. I was actually waiting, until I turned 16. But, things happen, whoops, okay, I guess I'm going to be homeless now. And I had no plan at all. I just knew that when I was 16, which I don't want to really go into that right now, is that there was a lot of abuse going on and no love in my home. And it was either I was going to end my life or I had to choose to be homeless. So, I didn't want to end. I did try to end my life, at the age of 10 and other ages, but I wanted to survive, so I did. I ended up running away and living on the streets at 16. I didn't have a place anywhere to go. So that's how I started off before I was 16. And now, I actually, in the future now, I ended up being homeless again. This is in maybe around 2012, around that time, or 2013, somewhere around that time. And, what happened is that I'm just going to do a quick story, really quick. I didn't have a good job. I was actually working for a cleaning company that actually I was going through some sexual harassment at the time of my working for this company. And it was the boss at one point, he had a wife and kids, where, like he was trying to meet me after work and take me out to coffee and stuff. And I felt that was really inappropriate. I've never in my life, so I didn't feel safe with my boss, but, I needed to have a job. So anyway, I started working at a beech nut company, and that's where they make baby food, and it's a big, huge factory, where a lot of baby food is getting, a lot of employees there. So I was going through sexual harassment with one of the beech nut workers, and everything was just turning out wrong. I told my boss about what was going on, and I was so afraid I didn't even want to show up to the next day at work. The guy scared the heck out of me, and so I was going through a lot. So Beech Nut, the company that I was cleaning for, they investigated me and was investigating the guy that I accused of sexually harassing me, where he pinned me up against the wall. And I can't remember what he said, but there was nobody around that day. It seemed to be that's the day that everybody ended up getting that day off, but some of the workers were still there to keep things going in that factory, where there was cameras all through the place, but not in that particular place to prove what happened. But I was so shooken up because of the uniforms that they wear. So I was so scared to walk through the halls, because anytime I seen all these other men or women wear the same clothing, I thought it was that guy. And because he I was very friendly. They actually loved me at this place. They actually called me Sunshine all the time, because I brought the sun in with me when I went to work. All these employees loved me so much, where they even had a surprise thing for me at Christmas time. I've never had this happen before. I was an excellent worker, a great person to be around. I was always uplifting everybody up, making them feel good about themselves. And where they even invited me to go out to a bar with them, before. So these employees really did. I had a whole bunch of people that loved me, and I never had that happen before. And what they did is they did surprise me with a Christmas card, and they all actually put money in that card for me at Christmas time. So anyway, I was working there. So and then after that, that's when the sexual harassment, I got too friendly with the people and stuff, and people got really friendly with me, which caused a guy to actually try to do something with me in one of the office places where I was kind of like trapped in there. And so anyway, there was an investigation, and so I did take a couple of days off, but I needed money, like I can't pay bills. So, but I was scared every time I seen these men or women with the same kind of work uniforms or whatever for their work. So anyway, I had to travel a long distance, where I lived, like far away. It was probably more, well, it was far away from me. It was probably a good 45-minute drive, to only do 3 hours of work, and I wasn't getting paid much, maybe $10 or $11 an hour at this job. So I needed this money, I was always scraping from 1 week to the next, 1 month to the next of, like making it with I had my son living with me at the time, and on my way to work one day, my car decided to break down. It overheated, and so I had to pull over, and I called out of work to let them know I'm not going to be able to make it to work. And so they had to tow my car, and that is what caused me to be homeless. So I had to, it was horrible because I was planning on having my son live with me all the way up until he got married. And because I've been homeless before so many different times in my life that I told my son that, like, I'm sorry, but I won't be able to, I had no way of going around. We lived on the country road, and I said, I'm sorry, but he was going to church at the time. I'm like, you're going to have to find somebody to live with because I won't be able to take care of you. And it really destroyed me to do that to my son. So anyway, and I had a dog, that we had a dog, and that I had to find a home for him. And also I had to... I gave all my stuff away. I didn't, like, my landlord was so sweet. They were really kind. We kept the place looking really good on the outside and inside, like it was the best that they ever had it, for anybody to live there. And they were Christians, and they were so sweet that they knew my situation with that. My car was I didn't have the money to fix the car. It was going to be $500 or whatever, plus tax or whatever, around that price to fix it. I didn't have $500, so anyway, I try to do what I could. I actually was trying to do some strange things on the internet to make a way of living, to kind of make it, because I didn't have a car. And so I did some things on the internet, and that all backfired because I really didn't know what I was doing. And so my son already found a place to live, and I gave all my stuff away. And I didn't want to live at my landlord's house rent free. I don't know how many extra months that we lived there, and they weren't really, they cared about us a lot. I used to clean for them, and my son used to dog sit for them, so we were pretty close with our landlord. And so after a while, I'm like, yeah, I can't do this to these people. I'm gonna have to, really just wing it and do whatever I can. And anyway, I ended up taking my car. I only had like a few jobs of my own cleaning business that I started at this point. And so I had only was making a little bit of money. And so the guy that used to work on my car made a deal with me that he would fix the car. And this is already after I got rid of everything, and my son already was on his own. Like the timing of everything, how it happened, it's kind of tripping. But I didn't realize, but the universe really was actually trying to set me free from that business that I was cleaning for. I didn't realize it until like probably a couple months ago. I actually figured out why all that happened. I was under so much stress working for that company, not feeling safe after the sexual harassment. I didn't even look forward to going to work because of all the uniforms that they were wearing. So after so anyway, the my car dealer told me that he would actually fix. He knew I was actually at the time being homeless, and he said, I'll fix the car, and what you can do is do like payments every week. So the little bit of money that I actually was making, which I had to drive around pretty far on some of these jobs, they were out in the country roads. So I did some of my own house cleaning, doing this, and so I was finally able to pay off the car, and like it took me a long time to actually do that. So through that whole time I was homeless, and it ended up being winter time. So that's what this is about, is to how to survive in the winter months with a car being homeless. And because I learned a lot, like I never, I especially wintertime, for any homeless person. That's why I had videos out about homeless people, is I do know what it's like. And I had relatives that like some of my family members wanted me to stay with them, but to be honest with you, it would have caused way more stress than I would have been able to handle, to live with them. It wouldn't have lasted anyway. And I did try to stay with one of them, and I lasted one night. And it just was a horrible thing that ended up happening. And I'm like, I am actually way better. It's less stress. I was already under enough stress wondering where I was going to get my food and from, and how I was going to make it through, like not having a full-time job or anything. And it wasn't that I was a lazy person at all. I didn't come from a lazy, my parents made us work. I worked a lot as a girl. I did boys stuff. I worked right along with the boys. They didn't freaking, just because I was a girl, they put us to work. Like I was doing loading up wood, loading up, like on a truck, and shoveling gravel on a truck, and did a lot of raking and all that stuff, just like my brothers did. So anyway, after it didn't work with my family members, like I said, it would have caused so much more stress. So the only thing I had really in my car was my clothes. And because I had to get rid of, I can't bring all that stuff with me. I couldn't put it in storage to keep it because I didn't have any money to pay for it. So I gave all of my stuff away to my family members. And so I had blankets, of course, with me in my car. And so I didn't have I still don't have a GED. I didn't graduate from high school. I never entered into high school because I left before I was 16. So I didn't learn a lot. I was in a special class. So really my education when I left my home was 6th grade level, in 7th grade level, depending on the subjects. Like definitely math was 6th grade level. Math was my weak area. So yeah, I didn't really have a good education at all. And really when I was a kid, when I left home, I barely could even talk right. I wasn't being educated at home by my family. My mom lacked education, my dad couldn't see. So they really couldn't help me. My dad could have helped me a lot more, but he didn't. So anyway, I didn't have a GED. I didn't graduate from high school. And I was honest on my applications. I told the truth. So I went around, with a little bit of money that I had, and the gas money. Gas money, that's the thing, is when you are homeless and you have a car, the biggest thing is the gas, and keeping that car running. That is your biggest, huge thing that you want to, sometimes with food, there's a lot of churches that will donate and give you food, free food, so really the food is not the biggest problem. It is, but it isn't, it's the gasoline. You need money for the car to be able to move around, like if you went and got a job, you want that car full of gas, as much gas as you possibly can, and you don't want to be driving around wasting gas money either. As when you are homeless, you definitely don't want to go and visit people and hang out. You really want to get serious about looking for a job and filling out applications. Like I said, nobody knew I was homeless except for my family. Like the people I cleaned for. I would show up to work. I looked all good. I mean, you see me now? I wouldn't wear something like this to go clean somebody's house. I wouldn't wear earrings like this to go to their house. But, I looked clean. Now, how did I do that? All my clothes were in a bag, like a garbage bag, of course, like in my back seat. And it was crowded, to be honest with you. My front seat, I had stuff in my front seat. I love my pillows. I had to have my pillows. I had a lot of blankets with me, which was great. You need your blankets and stuff and pillows. Especially me, I need to have my pillows. Or you can even make pillows with your clothes, I did that with camping before. If you forget your pillow when you go camping, you can always stuff a shirt with a whole bunch of clothes nicely folded, so that way it's like a pillow, and tie it up. So anyway, with you want to find a way, whether you can borrow money from somebody or even ask a fan, but you got to really work really hard going out, and a lot of places will have where you can go and do a job search, and they don't like a unemployment building where they actually have where they can let you use the computers, and where you can go on there and look for a job. You got to get in there. That's the most important thing. Once you're homeless, you want to stay busy on trying to get some money flowing somewhere. You got to figure a way of doing this. And they also, like at libraries, are really good to go to, because you can use the computers there to also do a job research, to look for jobs. And, you want to write all that information down. You want to make sure, you have your information of all your stuff for the application. And, of course, you want to make sure the application gets filled out, everything on there. You might have to, if you don't have a cell phone. I did have a cell phone, so if you do have a cell phone, you need to have minutes on that phone. You need to have that phone working, and you need to make sure you get it charged. Libraries, and now they actually have parks where sometimes you might find a park, and they might, these days it's like out in my area, they do have parks where you can charge your phone, and sometimes with the cars, like my car now, you can plug it in and charge your phone. To charge your phone up. So you definitely want to keep your phone and minutes on there. Those are gasoline and minutes on your phone are so vitally important when you're homeless with a car. So anyway, when it comes to food, sometimes you might even want to go to the police station. Not that you're going to go and do anything wrong, but let them know that, hey, is there places that I can get some food? I'm homeless, and I just need to. You want to save as much money. You don't want to be spending money on food if you don't need to. And they probably would gladly help you out, or to go at churches, let them know your situation. They might even donate you, even give you money somehow or another. Now, I wasn't going to go to the government for a handout, because I went through that before, and it caused so much stress just filling out the application. And that's why I wasn't going to go. My family kept on telling me, and I'm like, no, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to go out, because they're going to, I don't have an address to give them anyway. They're going to want to know where you live. Well, I'm homeless. That's what it's on the application. How am I going to give you an address? If you do not have a phone, you're going to want to have a friend or a family member where you can say, hey, is it possible? I'm homeless right now. If they won't let you stay there, if you could find somewhere to stay, then hey, that's great. But if you don't have anywhere that you feel, that you are not going to be stressed out, or, go through any kind of, you don't want to make things worse. when you're in this situation. Really, you don't want to put yourself in a, like in a home or a house where there's partying and all that stuff going on. You really want to avoid all that stuff. Really, the biggest thing is to be focused on getting a job. Number one, like I only had a handful of cleaning jobs, and I had to use a lot of gas for those jobs. So when it comes to actually, like when you have when you're going to be looking for a job, you want to look right. You want to look nice. So how I was doing this is my best places to go is to keep yourself clean. I'm a clean person. I got to be clean. I've seen where people were homeless and they were dirty. No, this chick has got to be clean, homeless or not homeless. So the best places that I found is the libraries were the greatest place for me to freshen up. And what I was doing is, you don't want people to really know you're homeless, you don't want to make it obvious, is what I was doing. And a lot of, it's something else. But so I would bring stuff with me in the bathroom, like a bag with me, and it had all my, my extra clothes, the clothes that I was going to be putting on, fresh underwear, you definitely want to be clean, and I brought washcloths with me, and a towel with me, and I had my shampoo, my toothpaste, my, to floss my teeth, and I had my hairbrush, like all the stuff that you would use to clean it yourself up, bar of soap or whatever you use to clean your body up. And the thing is when you're going to use these bathrooms, you want to be in there and out as quick as possible. You don't want anybody to know what you're up to. You really want to, and you want to find a bathroom where, like other people are not going. So you want to find a single bathroom, because you're going to be cleaning up in the sink. You want that sink to all yourself, And like I said, you need to be quick. You don't want to waste any time in there. And I mean, here I got long hair. My hair was longer at the time when I was homeless. So imagine a chick in there, like in the sink, cleaning my hair. Unless you know of a place that you can go where there's a lake, and you can jump in there and go swimming for a while and bring your shampoo and do that. That would be an easier way to do it, where you can go in there, go to the bathroom in the woods and then jump in there. You don't want to do it backwards. You don't want to jump in the water and then go to the bathroom. You want to make sure you're clean all the time because you need to keep you definitely want to keep your appearance up. You should be looking for a job. You don't want to spend the rest of your life in your car. So if you're not going to go to the government, and fill out the paperwork, or maybe they're not going to give it to you anyway. Maybe you did something in the past and they're going to reject you. Maybe they're going to have you go through all these hurdles like they love doing, They love having you go through hurdles. So if you're not willing to go that route and you want to do it the way I did it, this is how I did it. So anyway, after I got all nice and cleaned up, and got, I always had my face cream, just like always, with me, and I got, freshened up. Now I had all my dirty clothes, in a bag, so, and then, you're probably wondering, like with work, your clothes are in the bag, so I have to let you know your clothes are going to get wrinkly, especially certain clothes, not everything is wrinkle free. So, with your clothes, what I was doing is, I found out, I used to use this with an iron, but it's magical. It really is. You could probably do other things, but there might be other ways. But if you get, I don't know how much it might cost, $2. It lasts for a long time, and it actually makes your clothes smell really nice and fresh smelling too. So if you have to wear the same clothes, the biggest thing that you want is that you want to keep your clothes as clean as possible. If you do not have a way of cleaning them, like if you ran out of money and you can't take your clothes to the laundromat, you don't want to go out and get dirty, because you need to go get a job. You want to go get a job. You want to make money. You don't want to live in your car forever. And so you want to really look good, like especially you want to be able to make it. And so it's called spray starch. And that's it's amazing. I would actually go on a country road close to town. I'm gonna have to bring this up. Actually, have two videos on this topic because of the time. So yeah, spray starch is really great, and like I said, it has a really nice scent to it. So I actually had my car close to town. Like I said, you don't want to be driving all over. Hey, let's go to this guy's friend. Let's go over there, party, and do this. No, 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 no. You ain't got time for that stuff. Do you want to be homeless in your car forever? So this was when I was in the summertime, a different time that I was homeless. But for in the summertime, before the winter hits, is that the spray starch is, I was outside. I actually was, I got better and better at all this, really. I actually even had a bucket with me, and what I did is I went to a park. I knew where a park was, and they actually had a fountain. I actually filled it up with water. It was cold water, but I ended up cleaning myself up, outside, butt naked, outside on the, like on the dirt road, like cleaning my hair in that bucket. It was cold, but I wanted to be clean. So, and I would clean my hair and my face first, and then, it was like a stand-up bath, just like if you had the sink in your house. I did a lot of those stand-up baths when I was a kid. But anyway, I don't want to get too much further, so I got to remember where I ended here, is I'm going to continue this right after this, so I'm going to stop because it's 31 minutes already. I got to break this up. So I'm going to continue right where I left off. So this will be part one of how to do this. I'm not to the winter part yet, but this is when, like I was in two different times of the weather. So I've done it where it was warm out, and then I definitely did it when it was below zero. So yeah, so anyway, I do love all of you, and this is really, if you ever had to do this, at least now the do's and don'ts, and what to expect and how to do it. So you might end up being like this. I don't want you to be like this, but you really have to really think about what's like how to do things. That way, I'm gonna show you the things I learned, what helped me out. And anyway, this is Starlight. You can like this video, and you could share it and subscribe. Also, if you want to contact with me, you can at Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy Dingman Starlight on Facebook. So those are two ways, and you can leave me a message right down below this video. I really appreciate if you did this right on the YouTube, so other people can see these comments as well, where it really helps, when people do leave comments, and I thank you so much. There's some people that have left me comments, and like I thank all of you very much for really taking the time out. I know these videos are long, but I am so sorry. I got to work on that. I did this before on Facebook. I had them 40 minutes long, and then I 30. So I have to work on that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with part 2. And this is Starlight. I love all of you. Love and light. Peace.